setting up your options for 4-tone. So you switch it on and then go up to settings and then bring it down to T-break, right? And let's go back, let it time out a bit. So I'm going to bring it down to 4-tone. Right, in 4-tone there now. See this centre button here, you let that time out and then you can take it up or down for different modes. But we're in 4-tone now, so setting up on 4-tone, right? So you go to settings, bring around to T-break. Now before I set it up back to 10. So I'm going to take this back to 10. I've been testing this today. So after I've done that, right, let's go up to select, and then she goes up onto the settings of, this is gold, non-ferris, which I hope you can see. Settings again, gold, non-ferris on there. So go on to your settings there, and then add settings again. Now I'm going to add a bit more to this. I want to take this up to about 60. Some of you are probably not want it as high as that, but I like it up there. So there it's in 60 now. So press select. So each time you get a setting you press select. Now non-ferrous, right, which could be any of your copper coins, bronze, so on. I'm taking that up to about 70. Now I showed this the other day, but these are my settings that I like. In fact, I'm going to take it as high as I can. Right, so I'm going to press select. Right now, I want to save them settings and make sure that they're in. Right, so what I do now is go to options. I've got it in there. Right, then bring it down to FD, save. Then press the right one. Then press select. So I've set that up now. Now you can listen to some of the settings I've got on here. So I'll just get a hold of them. So thin section hammered. Little tiny piece of gold I tried before. See, that little piece of gold's what I want to be identifying, to be honest. Now, a lot of people say these settings are very similar. They are, but watch. Here's your bronze coins. Much higher because I've pushed it at about 75, 80 on, as high as I could on ferris, right? So I know that what a slightly lower tone such as gold as that. But that's what I want to be doing, see? Small hammered silver. There's a denarii. So when I'm getting them through, I more or less know they're silver. Gold's a little tone lower. And there's a one there. Denarii with a piece of iron. Now there's the iron on its own. Here the scratch now with the coin. It's more constant and it's clearer. It's only subtle, but that's subtle to me. You see, if I hear that tone going down and it's not crackling, there's something breaking through there. Now here's the one with a little tiny piece of gold. You probably think I'm crazy, but there's the iron by itself. Is it cracking? Now watch. A bit of gold. This 18 karat gold takes a little bit. You think it's different. There's a slight difference in the two sounds. It's more constant. There's no cracking going on. So it's a dig, that one. I'm listening to sounds in there. So there's a little piece of gold by itself. Now if you're not picking that little piece of 18 karat gold, a lot of people are oversetting the settings on metal detectors, and I wonder why they're not getting certain fines, or they're not getting smaller hammered or whatever, because they're not set up properly. Your settings are too high. I'm not saying everybody, because some real good guys out there know the stuff. I'm on about people's probably just starting, or some people's not getting hammered coins or whatever. That's a big coin, piece of coke. See, a piece of coke, it doesn't really like that, can you hear it? I was getting some static from outside for some reason. So that's the setup. That's the setup in 4 tones. So just remember, as soon as you want to go and set it up, I'll go through it again. I'll switch it off. Right, so we're going to switch it back on. Yeah, and it's because I already saved the settings before, it's gone straight into 4 tone. Right, so I've put settings in. There's your gain, there's your T brake. So when you're doing your stuff with your T brake, that's your first setting. Yeah, settings, T brake, so it's on 11 on there. That's where I want to keep it. So again, I'll select, and then she's gone up to the next one, gold. I've kept that on 60, which 66 is the max on that, right? But we'll go and do it again, and I press select, and then I've pushed it 99 to the max on there, right? So I cannot really save these settings, so I've already done it. The only way that you can re-change the settings on here is go to factory reset. You just reset them back again. I'll do that on another video, alright? So it's just so you can understand where I'm coming from on settings. So if we'll go again, there's settings, 1 button, right? There's options, that's another button, right? Options, FD, save there, right? It's another button. There's your 5 here there that comes in. All these things here are just look for options and press options, look for settings, press settings, right? And then obviously there's your modes you can go into, right? I mean, a lot of people don't go over this kind of stuff, but I do, right? Now options again, and you want to come and change your frequency. There it is. There's a piece of cake. It's 1 button there, and it takes you to 5. 1 more button, it's 19, takes you to 19. So again, the other way, 5 and 14, right? So that's that lesson for the day, or just instructions, just to give you a good idea on how to set the system up. Alright, cheers, thank you, bye bye.